Next topic is electronic theory of valence by Lewis and Koshel. In previous class we discussed the Lewis dot structure. Now today's topic is electronic theory of valence by Lewis and Koshel. So there are a number of attempts to explain the chemical bond formation between atoms in the terms of the electrons and but no one gave the satisfactory explanation before Lewis and Koshel. This concept only given by the Lewis and Koshel in 1916. 1916, both Lewis and Koshel was given the satisfactory explanation to the bond formation. They gave this concept separately they given, not both together, separate individually they given. So the basis for their theory was valence in terms of the electrons. What is their base, what is their opinion or what is their explanation means they are explaining the bond formation based on the electrons of valency in terms of the electrons. They provided logical explanation of valence on the basis of the lack of the chemical activity of noble gases, which led to the proposal of octet rule. So they explain about the chemical activity of noble gases. That only gave the noble, this is the octet rule also. So observe the practical behavior of the atoms of the main group elements, that is the 1A, 2A, 3rd A, 4th A, 5th A, 6th A, 7th A and 0 group elements, that are 8th A group elements. When they are allowed to undergo chemical changes, they try to get octet electron configuration in the outer shells. 1A, 2A, 1A group elements, 2A group elements, 3rd A group elements, 4th A and 5th A, 6th A, 5th A and 6th A, 7th A also, 5th A, 6th A and 7th A. All elements are, when they are allowed to go under chemical changes, they are trying to get the electron configuration of outermost shell as octet. Means ఎప్పుడైతే ఇవి కెమికల్ రియాక్షన్స్లో పాల్గొంటున్నాయి గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్, అవుటర్ మోస్ట్ సెల్లో 8 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ రావడం స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. 8 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ తెచ్చుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది. సో వన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇచ్చి లిథియం టు సీసియం ట్రై టు లాస్ 1 valence cell electron from their atoms to form the corresponding unipositive ions which get the octet in them. So example, sodium, atomic number of sodium is 11. Its outermost cell electrons 2, 8, 1 will be, if it will last 1 electron, it will get the outermost shell as 8, octet configuration. So 2A group elements will last try to 2 electrons. So example, Mg will take 12, 2, 8, 2 will be 2 electrons will last, means this 8 is the outer octet configuration. So like that, one more one. Example, aluminum will take, means 3rd A group elements, it will last the 3 electrons. 2, 8, 3 will be aluminum. Three electrons will last, octet configuration 8 will get. So that is. So 1A, 2A, 3A group elements will try to lose electrons and getting the octet configuration. 8th A group elements, noble gases, do not try to lose or gain electrons. They are stability elements and they will not any reaction, not following any reaction in that. Generally helium and neon do not participate in the chemical changes also. Even other elements of 8th A do not gain or lose electrons from their atoms when they participate in a very few chemical changes. Neon, outermost shell electrons 8 is there, so it will not follow any chemical reactions. So loss of electron is there, gain of electrons is there. 8th A group elements, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, noble gases elements are there. So what we have observed from the above conclusions about the main groups and the question, why do atoms of elements try to combine and form the molecules? ఎందుకు ఈ ఆటమ్స్ అనేటువంటివి కంబైన్ అయ్యి మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఫామ్ చేయడానికి ఎందుకు ట్రై చేస్తుంటాయి? Noble gases, 8th A group elements possesses 8 electrons in the valence cells of the air atoms. Helium is an exception. Helium also 8th group elements only will take, but helium does not have the 8 electrons, it has only 2 electrons, but helium has only one main shell. This is real atom with the only one main shell, that is the K shell. K shell has only fulfilled only 2 electrons. So if 2 electrons is there in the K shell, it will be fulfilled. That's why it is more stable. So that's why helium has only 2 electrons, that is in the K shell, that is in the main shell. It will be fulfilled element. Due to that reason only, helium is the more stable than all the elements in the periodic table. Even though this 8A group elements remain group elements, neon, argon, krypton, that also. So that's why helium also will not follow the all chemical reactions activities. That is, noble gases with 8 electrons in the valence shell in their atoms are highly stable and rarely participate in the chemical changes. So already we are discussing that noble gases which are having the 8 electrons in the outermost shell, they will not follow any chemical reactions, highly stability elements, so they will not follow any chemical reactions also. Therefore it is concluded that any species with 8 electrons in the valence shell is stable. సో దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని మనం ఏం చెప్పొచ్చు అంటున్నాం అంటే, ఏదైనా ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ ఒక ఆటమ్ 8 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అవుటర్ మోస్ట్ సెల్లో ఉంటే అది స్టెబిలిటీ ఉన్నటువంటిది అని చెప్తాం. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యాక్సిడెంటలీ దట్ 1A to 8A main group elements during the chemical reactions get 8 electrons in outermost shells of their ions similar to the noble gases. సో ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ ఏమడుతున్నాడంటే 1A to 7A group elements 1A to 7A group elements కెమికల్ రియాక్షన్స్లో 8 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ తెచ్చుకోవడం అనేటువంటిది యాక్సిడెంటల్గా జరుగుతుందా అంటున్నాడు. నో, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ టు గెట్ ద 8 electrons as accidentally. It cannot be simply accidental. 8 electrons in the outermost shell definitely gives the stability to the ion or atom. Based on the above observation, statement known as the octet rule is framed. So what is the octet rule means? It may be stated as the atoms of elements tended to undergo chemical changes that help to leave their atoms with 8 outer shell electrons. 8 outer shell. This is called the octet rule. Lewis depicted the atom in the terms of positive charged kernel. Kernel is the nucleus and all other electrons in the atom except the outermost shell electrons, and the outer shell that could accommodate a maximum of 8 electrons. Chemically active elements do not have an octet of electrons in the valence shell of their atoms, but their reactivity arises from their tendency to achieve the octet. ఏమంటున్నాడు అక్కడ, జనరల్లీ యాక్టివ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనేటువంటివి ఆక్టేట్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అనేటివి వాటి వ్యాలెన్స్ షెల్లో ఉండవు, కానీ వాటి యొక్క రియాక్టివిటీ అనేటువంటిది 8 electrons తెచ్చుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది బై ఫార్మింగ్ బాండ్స్ ఐదర్ విత్ ఆటమ్స్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ ఆటమ్స్. The force of attraction between any two atoms or group of atoms that results a stability entity is called the chemical bond. ఏవైనా రెండు ఆటమ్స్ కానీ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ కానీ స్టెబిలిటీ ఉండడానికి వాటి మధ్యలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఫోర్స్నే మనం ఇక్కడ ఏమంటున్నాం అంటే కెమికల్ బాండ్ అని చెప్తాం. దేర్ ఆర్ మెనీ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ కెమికల్ బాండ్స్, బట్ ఇన్ అవర్ క్లాస్ ఓన్లీ 2 types of bonds will discuss. That what are the bonds means ionic bond and covalent bond. Ionic bond and covalent bond. So many bonds are there, but we will discuss only 2 types of bonds in our this 10th class chapter atoms and molecules. Okay, so according to the octet rule, it may stated as the atoms of elements tend to undergo chemical changes that help to leave their atoms with 8 electrons in the outermost shell electrons. It is the octet rule. For 1 mark it is very important, or 2 marks also may get. So ఏమైనా రెండు ఆటమ్స్ మధ్యలో లేదా గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ మధ్యలో స్టెబిలిటీ రావడానికి వాటి మధ్యలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఫోర్స్నే మనం ఏమంటున్నామంటే, వాటి మధ్యలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఫోర్స్ వల్ల ఆ రెండు ఆటమ్స్ అట్రాక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాయి. అట్రాక్ట్ చేసుకున్నటువంటి దాన్నే మనం ఏమంటున్నాం అంటే కెమికల్ బాండ్ అని చెప్తున్నాం. కెమికల్ బాండ్. సో మనకి చాలా టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ బాండ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, కానీ రెండు బాండ్స్ మాత్రమే డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఒకటి అయానిక్ బాండ్, రెండు కోవలెంట్ బాండ్.